He raised his chain-covered hand and used it as a shield, but some of the stakes broke through the space between the chains and bit about 3 centimeters into his flesh. She retaliated with several shots, but all his bullets were deflected and fell pitifully to the ground. Offense and defense were all one and the same, so hitting the opponent was as difficult as dodging. Wilhelm reigned supreme when it came to hand-to-hand combat. The minor stake injuries on Shirou's arm were making lose its moisture. A clean hit would surely result in complete mummification. Evasion was the only way to avoid it, but too many less than perfect dodges would eventually drag you out. Indeed, Wilhelm was strong, definitely not someone Shirou could easily beat just by getting an headhunting.
たくこのハリネズミが相変わらずうっとうしい技使いやがる。
Hedgehog. The stakes were just like vampire's fangs, and the avarice of the killing power behind them made him well worthy of the Impaler's title.
お前、俺と殴り合いでもする気かよ。度胸は買うがうまくねえぜ、そのやり方はよ。
Shirou met Wilhelm's provocation with a wry smile.
あいにくまだ手探りでな。いろいろと試してみるさ。こうやってよ。
The chain slithered and instantly extended to a length of 20 meters, nearly representing the limit of Shirou's current effective range.
面白い。力比べがしてえのかよ。
Wilhelm threw an exciting glance at the chain tightly coiled around his arm. With his speed, he could have easily dodged it, but he purposely accepted the challenge.
まあ、お前には基本的なことを教えてやった方が良さそうだしな。喧嘩の肝はまず腕力だって？ああ、当然それもあるがよ。
Pulled to the limit, the chain instantly lost its slack and creaked while being dragged to both sides. There was neat equilibrium in the forces, or so it seemed.
あめえよ、クソガキが。俺と力で勝負できるやつなんざカインとマキナくらいのもんだ。お前もまあそんなに悪かねえけどよ。
Slowly but surely the balance crumbled to Wilhelm's side. Shirou was pulled as the tensile strength within the chain easily surpassed 10 tons, making the ground under his feet break and his boots smoke due to the friction.
言ったよな、俺と殴り合うのはうまくねえ。そりゃつまり離れて動き回れっていうことだ。お前このまま行ったらよ。
A remarkably stronger pull made Shirou's body go up into the air, rendering him unable to make any significant movements as he was dragged toward Wilhelm.
だからどうした？
The resounding scream of the desert eagle just as Shirou could move, so was Wilhelm unable to dodge. However, he deflected all the bullets with only his left arm. Shirou's gun was a standard weapon meant for humans, and as such, it couldn't do much harm to a demon's flesh. At least, that was what most would think. Surprisingly, Wilhelm's arm started leaking white smoke. Using the opportunity caused by the event surprise factor, Shirou made the entwined chain bend. Using all of the springing power within his body, he made a turn as he landed on solid ground and threw Wilhelm away. He couldn't even allow himself to calculate the trajectory, so the swing had no leniency and carried all of his power, body and soul behind it. The attack was just about inhuman enough to significantly damage the demon. However, Shirou hurriedly unchained him, making Wilhelm's tall body give in to the centrifugal force and flying while moving down the trees in his way. As deadly as it seemed, that wasn't nearly enough to give him any damage. The vampire could only be beaten by attacks from an headhunter. Did the young man make a mistake? No, definitely not.
勘がいいじゃねえか。お前今死ぬとこだったぜ。自覚してるか？まあ、なんとなくな。
Wilhelm walked out of the darkness while toppling trees to the sides, except for a few bullets. marks on his left arm. He was completely unharmed. Saying there, he gulped down a grain and spoke in a deep voice.
覚えたてのチャチな形成なんざ俺がその気になりゃちぎれるんだよ
The destruction of an Achnenerbe meant the death of its user. Shirou had never heard of that law, but he could feel it in his bones, and the strategy involving the chaining of his opponent was in fact a double-edged sword.
物分かりが良くて結構だがてめえずっと笑ってるよなそれがいや何最初からそうだったと思ってなこうして面合わせるのは3回目だがニヤついてる顔しか記憶にないぜ
We met on the road near the church, and then again departed the night.
どっちの時も俺の相手にはならなかったそれでもお前は笑ってやがったなあなんでだよ
Despite Wilhelm's relaxed posture, it was easy to tell he was waiting for the right time to deliver a deadly blow. His speech was only a method of distraction meant to create an opening, something Shirou was fully aware of.
お前は戦いに何かを求めてる名誉か闘争そのものかあるいは
His boots made a light and almost cheerful sound.
道か
The beast closed in, taking him head-on would have been suicidal, while his stakes prevented any attempts at dodging.
てめえにそれが
Shirou quickly decided what he had to do.
関係あるかよ
He sprang backwards and made his chain twine around the vertex of the church. The large cross, then with a forceful pull, he retreated to the rooftop, though not with the intention to blindly run away. Wilhelm was far above him and both physical strength and mobility, so he could never best him in a fight on level ground. Shirou had to limit the area to even have a chance.
やっぱりそうか戦いってのは読み合いだ相手が何をしてくるかそしてそれを上回り合う敗北ってのは予想の上を行かれることだてめえの希望が未知なんなら今の状況は楽しいかそう単純なもんでもねえ
Replying in a bored manner, Shirou cautiously analyzed the situation. Though he distanced himself from the pallid demon, it wasn't nearly enough to be safe from his attacks. If Wilhelm so desired, he could close the space between them in less than a heartbeat. However, that very distance was Shirou's effective range. The past few minutes of brawling made him get a good grasp of the blood countess, his newly obtained Achnenerbe, and he definitely wasn't something unfit to fight Wilhelm. After all, it wasn't just chains, but a whole set of different tools. The powered bullets from before were proof of its versatility. He ran simulations of his next course of actions as he spoke in his usual nonchalant tone.
まんまと逃げ延びたってやってやったとは思えなかったねああまたかって感じだよいつだって全部終わってから襲ってくるのさがっかりってのはそういうもんだなるほどメルクリウスに聞かせてやりてえ言葉だな
After a moment's chuckle, the demon wiped the grin off his face.
それならてめえにいいもんをくれてやるよこいつを見てもまだ未知じゃねえとは言わせねえ
Something was coming. Shirou instantly felt it and made his chains form a net-like wall in the air before him, but that wasn't enough to calm his uneasiness.
もう十分だ面白かったぜ手抜きはここらでやめにするわ
That feeling, that ominous sensation, was likely.
かつてどこかでそしてこれほど幸福だったことがあるだろうか
Wilhelm's voice reverberated into the Stygian night as his surroundings began to shift away from reality.
あなたは素晴らしいかけねなしに素晴らしいしかしそれは誰も知らずまだ誰も気づかない幼い私はまだあなたを知らなかった一体私は誰なのか一体どうして私はあなたのもとに来たのだもし私が騎士にあるまじきものならこのまま死んでしまいたい何より幸福なこの瞬間私は死して決して忘れはしないだろうか
The darkness warped like an amoeba as an even deeper night engulfed the sunless sky.
故に恋人よ彼を知ろ
The pavement of the surface cracked, dried up and shattered.
死骸を晒せ
The trees withered until they became sand.
何かが訪れ何かが起こった私はあなたに問いを投げたい本当にこれで良いのか私は何か過ちを犯していないか恋人よ私はあなただけを見あなただけを感じる私の愛で朽ちるあなた私だけが知っている
A darkness so deep it defied description erupted into the world.
故に恋人よ彼
Wilhelm chanted, his pallid face distorted by joy, with thirsty dissipation and excessive satisfaction. His aria reached its climax.
ブリアローゼンカバリーシュバルツマー
And so the night had been born. The darkness already dominated the hours of dusk now clothed itself in hues deeper, thicker than ever before. The veil of the old decaying Schwarzwald raised the gloom while the moon wore a brilliant light. A space where darkness and light underwent a constant increase. The genesis of an other world that cemented its creator's principal craving as its dominant rule. In other words,
これが想像以外だその様子じゃ
his black coat melted into the night.
ここまでは達してなかったかちっとばかり残念だがまあそれも仕方ねえか
As if raised by the darkness, the demon's white gloves, ivory hair, pale skin, and the rest of him all began to merge with the night.
お前は死ぬここまで楽しませてくれた礼を込めて加減はしねえ
Shirou looked straight into the blood-red eyes shining within the darkness.
せいぜいあがけや
A thunderous burst filled the soundscape. After he started jumping to a cave of 10 meters and concealing part of the moon with his silhouette, Wilhelm unleashed a barrage of stakes from both of his hands. The rate of fire rivaled that of an M61 Vulcan. Under the continuous blitz, not unlike a carpet bombing, the rooftop instantly came to more closely resemble a pincushion.
豚みてえに逃げ回ってよ俺を絶頂させろや止まるんじゃねえ
Well, how about now? Following the vampire's insane cackle, the storm of stakes grew in intensity. Shirou dodged them all as he started to feel his strength gradually fade. Within his Rosen cavalry Schwarzwald, Wilhelm was the hunter, and all else were prey for him to feed on. The rooftop Shirou stood on melted turned to sand, as his vitality was drained away. So yeah, that power of his is kinda crazy. Not only that. But Wilhelm's speed when he landed and dashed towards Shirou was even greater than before. It came as no surprise that his own world would supply him with more power. Vampires thrived in the darkness, so a pitch black night like this would push their power to the very limit. Shirou went to the rooftop to strip the demon of the advantage he had on a level field, but it turned out he only forced himself into an open coffin, where his movement was hindered. The flying stakes, the punch snake kicks were too much for Shirou to keep track of, for the deep darkness camouflaged the flow of the attacks, with Wilhelm and his Achnener possessing the power to deliver a lethal blow with a single hit. The demon's pace was indeed a maelstrom of death itself. True. Within the night, sown by deathly thorns, the Night of the Rose was unmatched. Probably, yes.
かどうかは全部試してみねえとな。
Yes, let's not give up yet. Slipping through yet another wave of ruthless stake storm, Shirou aimed at and shot towards Wilhelm, pair of vividly crimson eyes dancing boisterously within the darkness. Obviously, a normal gunshot wouldn't even work as a distraction, however. The Tenenbrose target dodged to the side, leaving behind the explosive sound of breaking rooftop and going straight into the rattle of Shirou's chains. Right before the metal coiled around the vampire's ankle, a stake appeared to take its place. Wilhelm laughed as he stood tall on his own weapon.
いろいろやるね。なかなか王将際が悪いじゃねえか。ああ、まったく竹馬なんざ見たのはガキ以来だぜ、レトロ野郎。
Their mid-battle exchanges were momentary, while their fights were repetitive, where Wilhelm attacked 10 times and constantly shaved away Shirou's vitality. The boy could only counterattack once or twice while constantly failing. For the demon's speed was an undeniable nuisance. The real problem were the stakes. They turned to a phalanx from up close and projectiles from distance, not to mention that he could use them to take the brunt of Shirou's blows. At the moment, it was nearly impossible for the boy to directly destroy Wilhelm's Achnenerbe. So going for a battle of weaponry was the height of folly. The only way Shirou could beat him was through damage to his body.
つってもな、全身ハリネズミ相手にどうしろって話だよ。
Basically, there weren't many openings in his defense. The tampered bullets were relatively useful, but as long as the demon kept frantically moving around, they would never affect the course of the fight. He could try Ripel's head-on assault while ignoring the onslaught, but it would almost likely get both him and his weapon pierced and broken. Based on what Shirou knew, he calculated that Wilhelm's chance of surviving such an attack was 70%, while the boy himself would surely die in the process. If the destruction of Achnenerbe resulted in inflicting damage to the user, then... After several turns of fruitless offenses and defenses, Shirou suddenly formed a wry smile.
まあ実際3割ありゃクリーンナップは張れるわな。ああ、とりあえずもう少し塁埋めてやるよ。ほら、いつまでも見下ろしてんじゃねえ。
One shot after the other, Shirou released a burst upon Gafera. The distance between them was too great for him to get a clear shot, but there were things he could test by doing that, such as his Achnenerbe and Khan's bullets, and a certain other possibility that recently flashed through his mind.
おお、やるね。器用じゃねえか。
Jumping around on his very own thickets of stakes, Wilhelm dodged the shots while working his finger. Standard bullets weren't even worth the effort to evade, but Shirou's gunfire was something entirely different. Each and every projectile was brimming with the abilities of his Achnenerbe. And there was no better proof of that than the yet unhealed gunshot wounds on his arm.
最初は毒液。そして今は。
Suddenly, a .50 AE bullet exploded right before his eyes.
針か。
Bursting like buckshot, it released dozens of needles. For their damaging power was low, a hit to the eye would nonetheless be severe, and that was exactly what Shirou intended.
はっ、見えついてんだよ。
Yeah, sure about that. However, the pet vampire dodged them all. His reaction speed was beyond belief. The bullet came towards him at max speed and burst into needless, only a few centimeters before his eyes. Even he knew his opponent's intentions, but that was downright ludicrous. It proved that his reflexes were beyond human knowledge. He then kicked away a stake at his side and shielded himself from the bullet storm that followed, only to be greeted by a large wheel. His face warmed with contempt and ridicule. Wilhelm couldn't grasp why Shirou formed such a large target for him. Had he already forgotten the rule? The wheel closed in, but the demon didn't even bother dodging it and faced it head-on. As they both knew, when two Achterberg clashed, the one that came out on top was always the stronger and better-tempered. Thus the wheel shattered into dozens of pieces that toppled the cross behind him. The seemingly silver symbol slipped and fell into the darkness while making a high-pitched sound. Game, set, match. The boy's blunder determined the outcome. Wilhelm didn't know why his friend made such a reckless move, but his dissatisfaction far outweighed his confusion. Breaking an Achterberg broke the user. The destruction of the wheel made Shirou fall to his knees and forced blood out of his mouth. Still kneeling, Shirou looked at Wilhelm with an indomitable grin on his face, as if to ridicule his confusion. During the whole of their battle, he tried and succeeded at forming 12 weapons. Chain, needles, wheel, fetters, dagger, threadsaw, poison, chair, funnel, screws, mask, and a stone plate. A vast set of instruments, united only by the purpose to torture and inflict suffering. That was the true nature of the Achterberg Shirou had inherited. Ignoring the name of Elizabeth Bathory, the Madden Countess, it was a collection of tools specialized in drawing of blood. The woman penned the nightmarish notebook during her later years, while confronting death in the solitude of a windowless chamber within her own castle. With all the tools and methods of torture it covered, it was no doubt a pandemonic tomb written in the blood and paint screams of thousands. She was able to grant form to any of the tools penned within, and due to their sheer number, the destruction of a single one wouldn't automatically spell his doom. Quantity over quality. His tools were weak, but if a single item's destruction didn't mean his death, victory wasn't an illusion.
そうなりゃ最低でも確率5割。あの女が使ってた影でも出せりゃもっと話は早かったんだが、やっぱそんなに甘くはねえか。
Since Rusalka's Nachtzerer was an original born through her creation figment, there was no reason for Shirou to be able to use them. It didn't matter, for he knew he'd do just fine with that, what he had. Shirou stood up and carried out another formation, wringing out all the tools of torture he could summon at once, spreading them throughout his surroundings. They were as much weapons as they were armor. He'd risk his life with every attack, but it was definitely worth a shot.
この中の一つでも潰し損ねたらお前の負けだぜ。まさか逃げねえよな。注意殿。
The harsh reality of Shirou being unable to catch up to Wilhelm's speed remained, allowing the vampire to potentially put the boy into a checkmate by simply keeping his distance while barraging him with stakes. Shirou provoked the vampire precisely in order to prevent him from taking the truth. Would he take the bait or... What? Seriously? You done? Please don't laugh anymore. Good. Wilhelm's reply was a cackle laden with sadistic bliss.
ガキの遊びには付き合ってやるのが大人の余裕ってもんだからよ。来いよ。縁も竹縄だ。ここらで派手にやろうじゃねえか。てめえの魂はこの場で食ってやるからよ。できるもんなら俺の腹も裂いてみやがれ。おい、あのな。
Shirou's voice had a hint of shock in it.
んなホモ臭い絵面ぶっちゃけた話ありえねえだろ。
He made a step forward, and he slightly accelerated.
来るか来るか来るか来いよ
With 12 instruments of torture formed around him, Shirou made a headlong dash towards Wilhelm, who took him on while cackling like a madman. His thunderous roar shook the twin-layered night. In the moment that would part their life and death, Shirou prepared himself for the raw stake heading towards his heart. I'm also interested in possible other comeback. Rahimura woke up to a splitting headache. Her body was heavy and her mobility was limited. Upon looking around, she saw a great hole in the wall of the chapel and felt the torrents of battle flowing through it. Someone's fighting outside. After a short scan of her memories from before she lost consciousness, she guessed it to be Wilhelm and Rusalka, yet in truth the witch was actually lying in her own pool of blood, clearly on the verge of death. She meekly moaned while choking her own blood. Ray didn't know what happened to her, but it was more than obvious she was inching towards death with every passing moment. I feel kinda bad now for her, but you know. Rusalka's injuries were grave enough to consistently strip her vitality away. Though not nearly as hurt, Ray herself was exhausted beyond belief, right to the point where even trying to raise her body was folly. Likely due to a battle outside, only life force within the area was being drained. Everyone there was in danger. Ray moaned as she tried to escape, but she didn't even have the strength to crawl anymore. In fact, even breathing proved a challenge under the wave of the wickedness swirling before the altar. Crushed by that pressure, she thought to herself, was she going to die? Would her life end right then and there? And wouldn't it be something to celebrate? She thought it would probably be for the best. After all, with her death, Fuji might just be able to survive. Not to mention that she believed herself to be a creature unworthy of life. Thus, she begged to the divine to grant her a swift end. A desperate, voiceless prayer. For corrupt and warped, the chapel was still a house of God. It was by no means foolish to hope the Lord would hear the girl's ardent plea. However, it was a vain desire. This place was both a church and a womb to nurture darkness, and the girl's mortal vessel was host to devilry encroaching down to her very soul. Oh, for fuck's sake, not you. Bloodlust. A staggeringly fierce desire to kill. A hurricane of raw calamity that banished all the other auras that commanded the place before it, with a thirsty several times stronger in intensity. Well, I guess we can assume Rusalka will die in a few seconds. Rusalka convulsed on the floor, bloody froth gushing forth from her mouth as her eyes rolled back with their capillaries torn. Something was coming. It was dreadful and minutes beyond all description. It couldn't be called an amalgam of pure madness, wickedness, malice, and murder. I know who that is. For those were the only things it was made of. True. You know, Rusalka, you should not speak, to be honest. You know. Because when you speak, you actually use some muscles and so on. That also you don't have already, I believe. So yeah. With her vision clouded by death, she saw the aura swirl, gather, and gain a physical form. And there it was. The genderless person. The bloody chapel was graced with the presence of an ashen messenger. For angelic in appearance, that's lie, he had the mind of a rabid beast, that's true. The obsidian round table was bound comprised of soul-consuming demons, but no one matched him in their dedication to that indulgence.
やあんな。60年ぶりだね。懐かしいよ。
Number 12 of the Longinus Rising Ordens Obsidian Round Table, Wolfgang Schreiber, Rodevitnir. The frenzied Ashen Knight descended before the witch and the saint. Rahimur was oblivious to a certain fact. one of the three knights, Reinhardt's closest aides, was given the task to stay by her side. And any danger that befall her would be the trigger to call him forth. Therefore, the boy had full authority on what he could do with anyone that dared cause Rhea harm. Right after appearing, Schreiber sat on Rusalka. Then, while getting comfortable, he looked down at the dying witch and listened to her bowing with an innocent smile on his face.
アンナ、君は何やってんだい？あの子をいじめちゃダメじゃないか。違うの、私じゃない。私、何もしてないわ。ハイドリッキオの命令にだ、逆らってない。
Well! Her appeal was genuine and devoid of falsity, his soulful tone capable of moving the hearts of many. Rusalka wept as her voice grew hoarse with desperation. After all, unless she could persuade Schreiber of where her loyalties lay, he would surely kill her.
Hmm. でもそうは言うけど、あの人は今、いないんだよね。
Rusalka didn't understand what he meant by that. Still willing to blush, she looked at him with confused eyes. In response, the boy tilted his head to the side. He was looking for an explanation he could use.
僕ら3人が出ている時に、まだあの人は出てこれないよ。少なくとも、あと1つ2つは、スワスチカが開かないとね。わかるかな？僕らはハイドリヒ教の一部なんだ。ルベドとニグレドと、そしてアルベドの3つに分かれてるって言えばいい？つまりね。
The materialization of souls through the irrational degree. Rusalka was at a loss for words, even forgetting her own pain. It was only a moment ago that she had her weapon taken away from her in an unexpected twist. There was no way she could forget what he meant.
だからアンナ、今の僕らは3人のハイドリヒ教だと言ってもいいんだ。各々の自由意志で動くことを許されてるし、自分同士で仲間割れでもしない限り怒られたりしない。とまあ、そういうことでね。あの人に言いたいことがあるならここで言いなよ。結局同じことなんだし。
Was he saying that Schreiber, Mackin and Samuel were all devoured by Lord Heydrich? She couldn't believe his words until the detestable phrase came back to her. No one will be spared. If Lord Heydrich returns, he will consume us all. Yep. That was sad. Rusalka rejected the idea with all her being. She wanted to live the way she was now. She wished to rely only on her own wisdom and power. Well... Wisdom? I'm sure there is some. The power, I think you lost it. Sorry to say that, but now she knew the nature of that monster. The miracle she was promised was an eternal existence within the chaotic maelstrom inside him. Why was the boy so composed? Did he not understand what a terrible creature he had become?
変なアンナ。君は死にたくないんだろ？ハイドリヒ教の一部になれば、それで願いが叶うじゃないか。あの人は誰にも嘘なんか言っちゃいないよ。スワスチカを完成させれば、君らは集めた魂に見合った不死になれる。
What? Wait, what? Okay, that kind of sounds like it's not really immortality.
それが死人だってなんだって、捧げてしまえば、獣のたてがみとして生き返ることができるんだからさ。
The frenzied animal couldn't see a single problem with that. He cared little about what he belonged to.
僕は人さえ殺せればいい。一日でも長く、一人でも多く。そしていずれは一人残らず。それが叶うなら、ねえアンナ。僕はこんな幸せないと思うよ。
The trembling her lips cut her sentence short. Insane, yeah, and multiplied that by a few times. And that same word. The boy was broken beyond measure. Obvious. Talking to him didn't feel like a conversation with another human being. Obvious. And the other two were just like him, albeit on a different scale. Well, not that bad it was, really. Kinda. Samuel had her fanaticism, while Machina his grudge. The Imperial Guard who cared not for their own individuality, they were monsters driven by a single craving. However, even so, Rusalka. She spoke after weakly shaking her head. She didn't give in to despair, that was a plight of lowly commoners. Even her body succumbed to injury and refused to listen to her, and even if she lost enough blood to make her consciousness fade, she took her wisdom and experience. Aside from Mercury's, Rusaka was the only person to walk the path of sorcery before she joined the Obsidian Round Table. She had methods of distancing death even before she came to know their every kind. With that truth in mind, her situation didn't seem too bad. The fact that Schreiber, not Machina or Samuel, was the one to come to her was the greatest proof of that. True genius was neither in the perspiration nor within the spark of inspiration. It was luck, the stroke of fortune that came when it mattered the most, the will and ability to reach out for the right moment at one's darkest hour. Another necessity was the mental strength to not despair. Even when her stomach was split open, Rusaka refused to give up. She could feel that moment of luck drawing ever closer. I think she finished. Ruska spoke up while casting a powerful spell on herself. It was nothing but a simple order: love the man before you. She planned to fool him by tricking herself. She would overcome this trial by using that love, both fake and honest. The improvisation made her method truly hackneyed, but Rusaka believed that it was more than worth a try. After all, Schreiber probably had taken liking to her. It wasn't her womanly intuition, but she definitely had a basis for that assumption. Shirou was the only one with the Obsidian Table to call her Anna. Not her title as a member of the Order, not her magic name, but the human name she left behind a long time ago. Ruska did not know why the man referred to her like that, nor did she care for that matter. However, at the very least, it was a sign that she was special to him. That was where her hope lay and what she decided to bet on. But he is genderless. It's genderless. The spell made Rusaka fully believe what she was saying. Even the tears trailing down her cheeks were as honest as they were fake.
君が僕を
The charm became all the more truthful, successful bewitching Schreiber. As it happened, her injuries were starting to heal. Even when stripped of her accident, Rusaka's wiggling was by no means powerless. She had passive restorative magic that would heal her cells when she was hurt, and she lowered her pain to make it easier for her to keep her focus. Her greedy, tight grasp on life was something to behold. It was a bit impossible for the rest of the Order. When it came to things like this, she was far above those who were at their greenery just 6 years ago. What if she's done that before? But because she lost some of her, I don't know, body parts, let's say, you know, some part of her stomach was cut off somehow before. So basically, when she restored herself, she still shrunk. So if now that happens, oh my god, she will change into a complete child.
そんなのは嫌。あなたに触れて感じたい。私はこのまま生きていたいの。
I think you just fucked up. You really forgot he's genderless.
愛しているのよ。シュライバー。
You fucked up with the previous line. She extended and put her shaking hands around Schreiber's neck, then pushed her lips against his.
アンナ
The boy replied with shock.
君は僕を愛しているの？僕と君は恋人になるの？
And?
あなたが私を助けてくれたら。
In response, her voice growing even fainter.
そうか。そうか、なるほど。僕と君は恋人同士か。
Wait, what? He actually fall for that? Is he really falling for that? Schreiber muttered himself, as if etching those words into his soul. His slender shoulders were shaking badly at first, then with more intensity.
愛ね。とてもいい言葉だ。僕もいろんな人に愛されて。
And you killed them all.
わかるよ、アンナ。僕もね。
Eh? He altered his expression as his voice transformed, both of which were changes that seemed far too sudden. There wasn't a being on earth who could know the workings of his mind. Not even the boy himself. Yeah, well, therefore, upon seeing the erratic amplitude of his mood swings in action, Ursula could easily assume that her cunning hadn't failed and provided her with a satisfactory result. What? After all, the boy before her was sobbing. And a few seconds later released a soul-splitting scream. Okay, let's skip because... Skip. A heart-rending wail resounded throughout the church. Mindless of his surroundings, Schreiber wept as he shed tears and wailed to the point of appearing ominous. Seemingly grieving over the loss of his lover, he took the girl's body into his arms and continued his cry.
アンナ僕のアンナしっかりしてよ、大丈夫だからお願いだから目を開けてよ
What the heck? You are going to kill him. We'll kill him. Kill her that way. Bearing witness to this madness, Ruska reacted as her own spell commanded while her subconscious calculated the following course of events. She couldn't allow her folks to do as anything that would get her on Schreiber's bedside would be her curtain call. She needed to stay vigilant, regardless how well her plan was working out. As unreasonable a creature the boy might have been, Ruska nonetheless found herself charmed by his honesty. He was the only one in the world who could give her a new down. By the way, you will even forget her after her rape after a second. I know that.
そんなこと耐えられない。君がこのままいなくなってしまうなんて。
私大丈夫。部屋に戻れば続くから。
誰にやられたの？一体誰がこんなひどいこと。
She wanted to respond by saying that he was the one troubling her breathing by putting too much brute strength to his embrace, but she realized that it was a complaint best left for later. She would heal her wounds, become healthy, and then talk about it like a nostalgic event. It was important to her right now. Ruska's room was covered in several layers of magic fields. If she were to get there, the magic she used to keep herself alive would increase in power. As severe as her injuries were, they would probably fade in about 3 days. The only problem was getting there.
どうしてあんなこんな姿に誰が僕の君をこんな姿に
Schreiber sobbed and shed a flood of tears as Rusaka put her hand on his ashen hair, gently rubbing his head. Her impatience and irritation were realizing that having him ask the same question over and over was even more troublesome. She had to give him the answer to redirect his emotions. Tooth.
奪い返しましょう。
With the grip of Schreiber's slender arms becoming even tighter, she started drawing the blood gathered within her lungs. Ruska's spine creaked as her broken ribs bored into her insides. Her intestines slid out of the hole in her abdomen, falling to the floor. And her answer might have been a critical mistake. With her bloodied, fading vision, she saw Schreiber's blood reach a height great enough to shake even her. Things were looking grim, beyond hopeless.
ああ、そうだね。一緒に殺そう。ハイドリ秘境と一緒にいたくないなら、僕と一緒に。
I told you Rusalka, you fucked up a bit.
僕の中で生きればいい。
Oh boy. Rusalka spotted a bloody froth as she felt the bones in both her arms get crushed. Even more of her insides gushed out of her wound. Schreiber was no longer crying.
だから殺そう。ユサシロを殺そう。僕のすべてで、愛で、悲しみで、憎しみで、すべてで殺そう。
Rusalka desperately tried to keep herself together. Earnestly believing that there would truly be another stroke of luck she could grab onto, she still refused to give up. The genius she thought herself to be could never meet her end at a place like this. The loss of blood and troubled breathing deprived Rusalka's brain cells of oxygen, prompting her to try and hastily weave a spell to restore them. Even as she could feel herself losing access to certain knowledge and memories within her brain, she refused to faint. Losing consciousness was out of the question. After all, it wasn't over yet. As long as Rusalka stayed alive, she still had a chance. Nonetheless, it was hard for her to ignore the dampness and stench of the blood she was drowning in. Okay, skip. Retard. Schreiber shouted, as his eye became bloodshot with joy. Revenge. How sweet. How intoxicating he found the echo of that world.
こんな理由で人を殺すのは初めてだ。あんなありがとう。君の仇は僕が絶対この手で撃ってあげるからね。
But you know, you could just save her easily, but well, whatever. Schreiber howled at it off his lungs, embracing Rusalka so tight he could practically squeeze her dry. Bearing witness to the madness, he more faint once more.
Look!
12 of the deathly instruments shattered and fell. Wilhelm uttered the words with an almost sudden tone before breathing a heavy sigh.
もう少しやれるかと思ったが、割にあっけねえ締めだったが、てめえの負けだよ。
The stake poking out of his right hand was piercing Shirou's chest. It was a critical wound more than worthy of being the mark of Wilhelm's victory. With a cracking sound, the stake dug even deeper, right to the point where the vampire's hand went out of his back.
何もねえなら、これで終わりだ。あわよクソガキ、 それなりに楽しかったぜ。
At this moment,
そりゃこっちのセリフだ。あばよ、注意。あ
the strange words and sensations as perplexing made the vampire's face contoured. Suddenly, intense pain jolted through his elbow, accompanied by a scorching heat, followed by a sound of meat being bitten off. Could be that. I know what it is. The arm that Wilhelm forced into Shirou's chest was gone from the elbow downwards. He hastily jumped backwards, but it was too late.
アウフビーダーゼーン。これ食らってバルハラ行けや。
The muzzle pushed against his forehead suddenly released a chain of shots. Despite feeling like his head was being pulverized, Wilhelm had yet to give up. He bent his head backwards, then threw it to the side, reducing the damage to only half of his forehead. The wound might have been devastating enough to instantly kill any con man, but it didn't even incapacitate him. The vampire lowered Shirou's offensive ability by kicking the gun out of his hand, which followed with a ranged take attack. Even though he was in critical condition, it was all done almost instinctively, a testament to Wilhelm's long history as an unmatched abomination of war. However, he couldn't expect any decent results from such abruptness. This take only grazed his opponent and showed in the darkness, vanishing from sight.
伊達に長生きしてねえか。ほんと諦め悪いな。お前らってよ。
Shirou had a large hole in his chest. With countless fangs growing out of its sides, it looked as like a mythical beast's mouth. Anything within would be skewered, drained of their blood, and literally eaten alive. They were the very jaws of death. It was the symbol of Elizabeth Battery, the most wicked instrument of torture and execution there ever existed. The Iron Maiden. The trump card that Shirou had kept hidden right until the very end. He only took the attack to his chest to lure Wilhelm to his trap. The wound he received from this scheme was grave indeed, yet healing it by feeding on the arm he bit off was very much within the realm of possibility.
で、さっきの言葉、そっくり返すぜ。お前の負けだ。
For the brief of one of his arms and half of his face, Wilhelm was still standing. Not only that, but he seemed to be laughing.
なるほど、そうか。そうだよな。そうさ。こいつは案外いい手だぜ。血を入れ替えるだけで足らねえなら、肉も骨も入れ替えちめばいい。
Glowing like embers, his bright eyes blazed with, embers with hatred and rage. The blood flooding out of him was a sign of his life edging towards his end. However, even in that situation, the vampire was able to sneer, as if to declare that the battle was far from over. He bared his fangs and roared that he wouldn't let it end like this.
バカが聞かねえんだよ、こんなもん。俺をやりたきゃ首切り落として心臓潰しな。こんな半端で肩ついたと思ってんじゃねえぞ、ひよっこら。俺は負けねえ。誰にも絶対死んでもだ。ましてこんなところでよ。
Step by step, Wilhelm got closer. Shirou looked at him and took out the Colt Anaconda, the gun used by Ellie.
さすがは戦争経験者か。その程度の怪我、別に珍しくもないってわけかよ。いいぜ、きっちり型はめてやる。
As casual as his tone was, Shirou himself was critically exhausted and definitely not in perfect shape. He stayed put not because he was showing off, but because he couldn't move. And he wasn't shooting because the blur in his vision was making him doubt his aim. 12 of his weapons were destroyed, and although it had already begun to heal, he had a hole in his chest. Even the mere actions of standing and speaking were putting his life at risk. Indeed, the battle wasn't over. The damage on both of them was about equal. The scales waving their battle had yet to tip one way or another. For Shirou's injury was gradually healing up, Wilhelm was approaching him at the speed far greater than that. The moment to decide the battle's outcome was less than a few seconds away.
さあ続けようぜ。 まだ終わりじゃねえ。頭かっ飛ぶまでやり合うとよ、見えてくるものがあるんだよ。あらよ、いつだったかな。ワルシャワの日は綺麗だったぜ。思えばあれが俺にとっちゃ初めての。
Then, at the moment right before the distance between them came to a fatal intersection.
見苦しいな。いい加減邪魔だから消えちゃってよ。
It was hard to tell which one of them was more surprised.
ああ
The church cross that broke in their fight pierced Wilhelm from the back. That was painful to my ears. Both ears, whatever. Then came a violent scream, followed by fenry ears, mocking laughter that tore apart the twofold night. Okay, the blood-red moon cracked and slipped away as the night roared at its whole collapse. Wilhelm's voice was drenched with anger, grudge, and humiliation. Those were the only things he could feel after losing the apex of his act to him of all people.
Auf Wiedersehen, 米注意。まあ、いろいろ言いたいこともあるだろうけど、今はとりあえず、君の命でここのスワスチカを開いちゃいなよ。
Didn't Rusalka already done that? Wait. Hasn't Rusalka already done that? I mean, you kinda squeezed her a lot, so I thought she was dead already. Whatever. Okay. The laughter escaping. The explosive insane cackle of the Ashen Knight could even drown out the pallid vampire's final scream. Indeed, one could say that his life within this recurrence was one where he was constantly robbed of something. Wilhelm fell, releasing the souls he had accumulated to opening the sixth swastika. Already, oh damn. Why did it come to this? That was the only thing on her mind. She thought she still had a future. A new dawn that wouldn't be her final one. The unexpected result made her examine the course of events and find the cause. It could have been called a habit, a coping mechanism she picked up during her long walk on the path of sorcery. And so she asked herself the critical question. What mistake brought forth this terrible result?
しかしやるね、君。
Shirou stood on the front yard of the church and turned around to face the owner of the voice. When Wilhelm died, the air became mixed with something foul enough to make his heart uneasy and fill him with nausea. That was what... a swastika's opening felt like. Sorry. It was an unpleasant sensation just by being there. He wanted to vomit his saliva right until his mouth was dry.
何か用かよ。
As sunset came, I was no surprise that the boy's response to the intruder lacked in courtesy. There was no other reason behind it.
君はちょっと普通じゃないね。いや、今は当然そうなんだけど、最初からただの人間じゃなかったでしょ？
As Shirou couldn't find his Zippo lighter, the cigarette in his mouth was still unlit. The Ashen boy looked at him intently while continuing his speech.
脳みそから漏れる汁が少し供給過剰な感じなのかな。以前事故にでもあったかい？痛覚、味覚に。それから嗅覚も怪しいね。君は三感がいかれた代わりに、他が限界突破してるみたいだ。いいね。なんか懐かしくなっちゃうよ。昔は僕の大体にも君みたいなのが複数いてさ、マリオネッティン・イエーガーって言うんだけどね。
Schreiber sounded like he was talking to an old friend. Suddenly Shirou found himself dazed by his very existence. Shirou was nothing but a humanoid gathering of bloodlust, and his nonchalant laugh was nearly enough to hide it. His pure, genuine desire to kill surpassed even that of Reinhard. For human in form, words and apparel, he was an oddity through and through. A rabid beast that knew only the ways of bloodshed. Any attempts at conversation would be like talking to a wall. Sure noticed that the Ashen boy's eye was blazing bright, emanating an abnormally dense energy. Then he saw the red-haired girl held by her hair, reduced to nothing but her upper half.
僕、君を殺すよ。
へえ。
His words rang obvious and not worthy of the least bit of surprise. The boy's whole body had been telling him that from the moment he appeared.
アンナの生物を取ったの。君なんだろ、ユサシロ。
いちいちフルネームで。
He refrained from his sentence and pushed a lack of hair out of his eyes.
ああ、俺がユサシロだが、それで
A silent whisper rode the wind and reached Shiro's ears. With an honest smile on his face, Shank raised his right hand to his eye level. Ruska's hair was still in his grip.
ねえ、アンナ。僕は今、彼と話をしてるんだよ。ちょっと後にしてくれないかな。
His left hand dug into her face.
後にしてって言ってるだろ。ほんとごめんね、ユサシロ。まあちょうどいいから聞いちゃうけどさ。
Now this
これやったの君なんだよね。
Now this is actually your doing. Shirou was at a loss for words. He was perplexed by Rusalka still being alive in that state, and by Schreiber's mental working that let him beat and point at her with a bright smile on his face. Shirou wanted to respond by saying that the boy was the one who punched her, but he knew full well what the question referred to. However, he was of the mind to speak to him, so he clenched his lips, spat his cigarette to the ground and nodded.
よかった。じゃあ決まりだ。
She's not.
は
Huh? A lover he punched in the face while she pleaded him on the verge of death.
だから彼女を殺した君は必ず殺すよ。なぜだかわかる？それが僕の愛の証明になるからさ。
She's still alive, you dumbass!
おいおい。
Was he supposed to laugh? Shirou thought about how he should react, but all that came out of it was a sigh. Shirou made a broad smile.
今確かに伝えたよ。敵討ちにも決闘にも宣言って大事だからね。
はあ、そりゃ律儀な坊ちゃんだな。で、どうすんだよ。すぐ始めんのか？
何言ってんの君。
Schreiber's eyes widened as if he couldn't get what Shirou was saying. Then Rusalka's body fell.
始めるわけないだろ。だってこれは敵討ちだぜ。
何？
助けて。お願い、許して。
見なよ。彼女はまだ生きてる。だったら君をここで殺しても敵討ちにならないじゃないか。
Huh? Shirou ran his fingers through his hair, looked up and down, tilted his head to the side, closed only one of his eyes and spoke.
付き合ってられっか。
おい、ちょっと待ってよ。それはないだろ。人が。
いいでしょ。それは。お願いだから。
だここは。バカばっかりか。チャンバラにはバカしかいないのかよ。もっとマシな女だったのに、60年経ったらバカになっちゃったわけ？どうなんだよ、あんな。
He picked Rusalka up by her hair again and started shouting into her ear.
僕は助けるわけないだろ。これはさ、仇討ちなんだよ。いい？わかる？仇討ち。君が生きてたらあいつは仇にならないだろ。
Wow.
わかってんの？
Simply wow. The shock of hitting her brain directly scrambled by the loud volume right next to her ears made Rusalka's mouth bloody froth as her eyes rolled backwards. Again.
まったくもう、本当に困っちゃうよな。
Shopper stood up, shocked and Shirou entirely past the church's full front gates.
あ、帰るの？ねえ、なるべくさ、遠くへ逃げろよな。僕って足速いからさ。
Shirou kept on walking, paying no attention to Shopper as he waved an intense goodbye.
なあ、よさしろ。君がこれからどこに逃げても、僕が探し出して殺すから。
Hearing the frenzied laughter behind him made Shirou all the more tired. He found his zippo lighter after reaching for his back pocket, which wasn't a place where he'd usually leave it. After igniting his cigarette, he took a deep smoke and found peace in the fragrance of tobacco. The air in his lungs and the brief he exhaled felt too full even for him.
一人消えたと思ったらたまんねえよな。倍疲れるバカが出てきやがる。
He looked up at the sky with sluggish eyes,
Huh?
and saw something at the edge of his vision. It was a distortion too microscopic for anyone with a normal sense of sight to notice.
今の
The fight within the Stygian night made his eyes get used to the darkness. He only made 2 uses of his cigarette before throwing it to the ground, putting it out with a stomp and going after the irregularity. The wounds he sustained during his battle with Wilhelm had already begun to heal. Oh? I think I know what you might have noticed. Well, another chapter finished. Great. Negro do Albedo ends. Alright. Cool. So I guess the next chapter, next episode, right? We'll see. Probably yes. So yeah, for now hope you enjoyed it. And see you then. Bye bye.